Hey, honey,
Yes, Barry?
let's get out of here.
Where are we going?
Where do we always go?
Fascina el viento, este ritmo de palmas, sin ti naturaleza, hasta encontrar la playa. Por eso grito al mundo, yo soy de Puerto Vallarta. Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de arrullo en el mar. Samba de Puerto Vallarta.
Hello, fellow travelers, and welcome to this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. I'm your host, Barry Kessler, and I'm just so happy to be introducing you to my favorite vacation destination. Maybe it's even yours, and that's Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. The music you're listening to is performed by Alberto Perez. Alberto is the owner of the La Palapa group of restaurants. Those are the Le Bistro Jazz Cafe Riverside on the Isla Cuale and the La Palapa, Puerto Vallarta's oldest restaurant on the famous Los Muertos beach. And then there's the El Dorado Restaurant and Beach Club right next door. So you can enjoy that fantastic view of the Los Muertos Pier, all lit up at night in beautiful colors, or during the day in its grand splendor for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, seated with your toes in the sand right at the water's edge, or riverside at Le Bistro. It's so romantic. It's so Puerto Vallarta, my friends. This week, we are going to be talking about my favorite restaurants in paradise, and actually, we're going to be talking with a few of them. I have a lot of favorites, but these are neighborhood favorites. Actually, I received a message from listener Jeff. Jeff's from Kansas, and Jeff asked if I had ever compiled a top 10 list of my favorite Vallarta restaurants. So this is kind of that. We're going to be talking about my top 25 restaurants to go in paradise, and in the process, we're going to be visiting a couple of them. One is a hamburger stand. It's called Slice and Smash. It is in the Emiliano Zapata neighborhood of Puerto Vallarta. And Jose and his crew make smash burgers and fries and pizza in their small food cart, which is actually situated between two taco carts over on Calle Constitution, right in the heart of Zona Romantica. It's an award-winning burger stand as of this week or so, actually. Again, it's called Slice and Smash PV. We'll be talking with owner and creator Jose Rodriguez. In addition to Jose, I did some revisiting with my microphone. I went to Restaurant San Lucas, not to interview a new guest like I've done a dozen or so times before, or to actually even have an open microphone meet and greet, which I've done on several occasions, and I probably need to do another one of those. But it was way back in August of 2019. It was 7 years already since I've had my friend Daniel Lopez, who is my friend. He's my favorite waiter in Puerto Vallarta. And 7 years ago, he talked about the favorite location of mine, Restaurant San Lucas. So he's going to be coming up on the show. Also, we're going to be talking with my good friend, Gina Hendricks. Gina is the owner of Whiskey Kitchen, and Gina just moved her Southern Comfort food bar and restaurant to a more convenient location from her former location over on Francisco Villa, over near Costco. She's now in the romantic zone, right in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. We're going to be talking about her new space. And hey, we have Vallarta news and more. Let's get to it. Let's see what's happening this week in Puerto Vallarta, the 23rd of April, 2026. Well, there's a ton of stuff happening in Puerto Vallarta. There was a big marathon last weekend. Many participants, like 3,000 people from all over the world. And they were running all over the place. There was a very cute event on the Isla Cuale this weekend as well. That was the Pata Salada Festival. And this coming weekend, this is something that you can do if you are in town right now. The Oyster Festival is in Tehuamixle. That is south of Puerto Vallarta. It is near Mito Beach. You could do a day trip there if you wanted to. We went there and stay the night in Maito last year. You might want to think about doing that if you're in town and you like those oysters. May, if it's May, it's gay, as my friend Marsha Blondin would say, and Pride Month is fast approaching. That's coming up, of course, in May. And if you're going to be in town May 1st and the 2nd, the BMX downhill racers are back in Puerto Vallarta. Here are some excerpts from an article from Vallarta Online. Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco. The 2026 Puerto Vallarta Downhill is gearing up to transform the steep streets of our city into a high-speed battleground, with the firm intention of solidifying the destination as a benchmark for adventure tourism. The Jalisco Ministry of Tourism and Sabino Productions have announced the return of the spectacular competition on May 1st and 2nd, 2026. What to expect from Downhill Vallarta 2026? This event, considered the Formula One of mountain biking, MTB, will attract approximately 20,000 spectators. It's not just a race, but a display of technical skill, where athletes descend rocky and urban terrain, overcoming natural and artificial obstacles in record time. The combination of speed and technical precision guarantees an unparalleled spectacle in the heart of Jalisco. The setting is unbeatable. The vertical course begins on the slopes of the Sierra Madre Occidental Mountains that embrace Puerto Vallarta, descending through narrow alleyways and historic staircases in the city center before culminating on the iconic Malecon. The design is the work of international experts such as Ollie Wilkins and Liam Mason, ensuring a world-class course that defies gravity, overlooking the waters of Banderas Bay. The level of competition will be extremely high, with 40 elite cyclists participating by invitation. Among the notable names are Remy Métier, Kilian Biron, and Mexican Pride, Johnny Salido. May 1st, they're going to have practices and track reconnaissance to adjust suspensions and track layouts. And then on May 2nd, the main competition will occur, and the highly anticipated best trick on the final ramps. And the article continues. I have a link to that article from Vallarta Online in the show notes. Maybe find a spot along the course, or head over to the Malecon, where the end of the competition will be occurring, and watch those daredevils slam into the bronze statues, or they'll be doing tricks. I don't know. Maybe flipping over the statues. Find the information in the show notes over at www.PuertoVallartaTravelShow.com. And thanks for the article, Vallarta Online. Like I said, when we began this podcast, there's tons of events happening all over Vallarta. It seems like every day, everywhere I turn, something is happening. How come I didn't know about that? I say, well, hey, look, you need a scorecard to keep track of it all. Does anybody even know how to use a scorecard anymore? I don't even know if I could. Well, one way to keep track of it all, I'd say at least maybe 1/3 of all the stuff, there's so much, is by using the Vallarta calendar. Just navigate your Google over to www.vallartacalendar.com, bookmark it, sign up for their newsletter, and that way you can keep on top of it. They do everything. They know about the shows. They know about the special events. They talk about meetups. There's just tons and tons of great information. At least 1/3 of what you need to know about all that's happening in this town. Well, everything that's legal, that is, I'm pretty sure. You'll find it there at Vallarta Calendar. That's www.vallartacalendar.com. The last time we spoke, we spent the whole episode talking about Vallarta's bad day. El Día Feo in Spanish. That translates to the ugly day in English. Black Sunday, the 22nd of February, were cartel violence, response to the leader of the new Jalisco Generation cartel being killed in a government-run operation nearby up in the Sierra Nevadas, about 60 miles south of Guadalajara. And as I noted last week when we talked, if it weren't for the sheer number of fire-damaged convenience stores, namely the Oxxos and the Kioscos, which, by the way, are all over town, most of the violence was aimed at them, by the way, but everything seemed normal when I first got back into the town, with the exception of those stores. And there were, like I said, there were lots of them. And today, 2 months later, following the event, it's pretty much the same. I mean, everything feels normal here on the ground, with the exception of lack of tourists. It's been reported that even after the expected influx of visitors during the Easter break, the foreign tourism in Vallarta took a hit, about 33% downturn, according to their own numbers. And basically, the uncertainty caused by that event shortened the tourist season here in Puerto Vallarta by about 3 months. They've been pulling out the burnt remains of the insides of these Oxxos and Kioscos all around town as the rebuilding process moves forward. Some of these buildings were total losses. The Kioscos especially, which many of them, they were built with bricks and or brick veneer or, the red bricks themselves were the outsides of these Kioscos. The fireplace kind of red brick kind of bricks you're talking about there. If you look at the Kiosco logo, it's a red brick framed sign. And like I said, lots of these buildings were built and kind of crumbled with the heat of the fire. So lots of them, and like I said, there were lots, might not end up being rebuilt. Some of the Oxxos that were torched were also built from this red brick, but a bunch of them were built inside cement shells. So I'd like to think that they're planning to save most of those stores, and they are. They're working on a lot of them right now as we speak. So also, the last time we talked, I said I could pick up the smell of smoke over at the Fit Club, the gym where I work out. They have solved that issue, thank goodness. So no smoky smell at the Fit Club, and it now has my stamp of approval. So go there. It's okay. The Central Pharmacia Guadalajara, the one in Zona Romantica, next to all of our favorite taco stands. The big one that got torched on the 22nd of February is being rebuilt. The roof of the building collapsed during the fire, and the heat from the fire actually caused them to have to tear down large sections of cinder block walls of that building, which were compromised. They were crumbling. They looked like they were going to tumble on some of those taco carts. And so they did manage to preserve the entire front of the building, so that will most likely look the same as it did before when they finish it. And I'm guessing it's going to be about 6 months from now. But no, they're putting up cinder blocks, and they are moving forward really fast on that big Pharmacia Guadalajara. The taco stands survived. They're up and running as if nothing happened, even with all that construction going on behind them. The Oxxo on the corner of Insurgentes and Lázaro Cárdenas, opposite Pharmacia Guadalajara, was torched as well. They finally got to work on that, clearing it all out, getting all the burnt wreckage out of the inside and cleaning it up. They're working hard on that one every day just to get it back to proper standards. I saw yesterday they put up new windows and doors, so they're working hard. It's a very busy corner. It's right next to one of Vallarta's busiest bus stops, as a matter of fact. I'll get to buses in a minute, but just so I don't forget, the bus fares are now 11 pesos, up from 10 pesos now for the Vallarta city buses, as well as that Mismaloya Boca bus, 11 pesitos. That's about 60 US cents. And speaking of rebuilding the Pharmacia Guadalajara, I got an email from Lori, who didn't say where she was from, but she wasn't happy with me regarding my coverage of the events of the 22nd of February, the day that they call Black Friday or El Dia Feo, when the cartel came to town. Well, here's her email. She says, I just read your blog. My husband, who has Parkinson's, and I were in the middle of this war. We stay in the building right beside the Guadalajara pharmacy. We had to evacuate with the clothes we had on, meds, passports, and run to safety as the pharmacia went up in smoke. There were 22 of us, not to mention people from Tropicus. People who poo-poo this as nothing make me angry. We were in survival mode. It was like a war zone. If you really want to know what happened with pics, let me know. Lori. Well, I wrote Lori back and I invited her to write me about her story so I could read it to you. And so far, well, I haven't heard back from her. But I do see her point. That pharmacy was on fire, and it's a big pharmacy, and it was a big fire. And that hotel that she's talking about, the Hotel Tropicus across the street, that's above that OXXO that I was just talking about, right on the corner of Insurgentes and Lázaro Cárdenas. And it must not have been very fun. It must have been very frightening for these people. We'll see if I hear back from Lori, but so far, no, haven't heard back from her. But hey, I feel sorry for anybody who was in the middle of that. I spoke to people who mostly were like, sitting up above and watching the whole thing. So I get it. Lori. Speaking of those BMX races coming back to Puerto Vallarta, last month, the city of Puerto Vallarta, the mayor especially, sponsored a big cleanup where that big event is going to be starting up over at the Cross on the hill above downtown Puerto Vallarta. The city arranged a painting party and a scraping party. They were scraping and chipping old paint and removing graffiti, and then put a coat of white paint right over all of it. The location, if you don't know, is called La Mirador de la Cruz, and it was a big project. And if you've ever walked up to the Cross, since they've, a lot of people have been there, but since they built the new stairway, they built that stairway, from the street, and then they also built an observation tower up there. If you've been up there since then, you know how big that structure is. It's huge. And we used tons of paint, lots of paint, and the result is awesome. The painting party was, it started that Saturday. Most of the day, they were up there painting. I got there at 7, break of dawn, 7 in the morning. I worked about 5 hours before I threw in the towel. I put some photos of the before and after of that job as well. You can find them in the show notes. And the city actually stayed on for almost a week after that Saturday. They were sanding and painting the corroding handrails that are along the stairway. If you know about this thing, it's kind of icky. It's kind of gross to grab those handrails as you are walking up those stairs. So they sanded them and painted them, and they touched up the white paint. And if you can, this would be a good time to take a hike up there. See that great job before some knucklehead messes it all up. And hey, the weather's just right. It's cool enough to make that climb, absolutely bearable. So if you haven't given that a go, you might want to give it a go. It's steep. And there are almost 280 steps once you get to the bottom of the stairway. But you got to get to the bottom of the stairway first. There's a lot of climbing involved getting up there. We went on a home tour put on by Vallarta International Friendship Club. We've done this before. It was the second time. And it was a lot of fun. We invited a couple of friends, listeners to the show. Eric and Amy from Minnesota Cold were there. And, they took us to breakfast over at Le Bistro, and we reciprocated with the tour. So the tours are guided. They are, you hop on a bus, and the guides are friendly, and they're really sweet, and they are all International Friendship Club members, each and every one of them. They volunteer to be tour guides, and they give these home tours to those of us who sign up and pay to take the tours. Most of the proceeds from the money you send in for these tours, except for the rental of the tour bus, go directly to fund many of the Friendship Club's projects. But their main thrust is the money they raise to perform cleft palate surgery for those in need in Puerto Vallarta and in their surrounding communities. They have a number of these cleft palate clinics every year, and they treat dozens of these youngsters. They really are an amazing group. There's a lot of benefits to joining the Friendship Club. You don't have to be a member to go on one of these home tours, but you do get a little discount if you are, and they have other discounts too, and they got some great things that they do. I have a link in the show notes of an interview that I had with David Lightstone and Peggy Nelson, the club president of the International Friendship Club in Puerto Vallarta. You've got it in the show notes. If you haven't heard it, go take a look at it, and they'll fill you in on all the things that the Friendship Club does for the good people of Puerto Vallarta, and that is a lot. Good for them. This was the last of their tours for the season, by the way, but I want to urge you, if you're coming to Vallarta, making plans to come to Vallarta during the high season, take the time and book a tour. They begin in December, they end in March. There's a lot of walking, just as many stairs. So these are beautiful. These are lovely villas. Wear comfortable clothes, wear comfortable shoes. And if you have any mobility issues, this tour is not for you. There's a lot of walking and climbing. Just a heads up. Oh, and I met a really nice guy on the tour. He came up to me, said he was a listener to the show, and I'd love to say hi to him, but I can't for the love of Vallarta. I can't even reach back into my pot-addled mind and remember his name or where he was from. But if you are listening, please send me an email, dude, to Puerto Vallarta Travel Show at gmail.com or pvtravelshow@gmail.com. Either one of those work. And please remind me so I can thank you personally the right way, like with your name on the show. It's okay? And thanks again for telling me you were a listener. It really means a lot to me, my friend. Debbie and I went to Act 2 for 2 shows that they were putting on during the low season. It was free entrance to their late afternoon performances, meaning around 5-ish in the afternoon. And right now they have the Greatest Show on Earth and a Broadway musical tribute show called The Best of Broadway. It's a free entry, meaning a 2-drink minimum, I would say. Drinks were very reasonably priced, though, and both of these shows were almost sold out. So you need to follow the Act 2 PV Facebook page so you can be alerted and make reservations online. Both, as I said, were sold out. It's free, it's entertaining, it's air-conditioned. What more could you ask for? We lost a couple friends of the show over the last few months, unfortunately. One was Jorge from Jorge's Hideaway and Shrimp Shack. Jorge passed away suddenly back in December. It was a big shock. His whole family has picked up the reins, though, and they continue in his legacy. And in his honor, make sure to support them. Put them on your list when you get back and enjoy their delicious menu. I'm going to put a link to my interview with Jorge I did back in, it's been years ago, but that and his contact information will be in the show notes for Jorge's Hideaway and Shrimp Shack. Also, I was really sad to see Leo. Leo, a longtime bartender over at Gringo Loco, passed away. He had gone home to Holland in February for treatment for cancer, and unfortunately passed away, surrounded by his family, at the end of March. I don't know how old Leo was. He seemed like a young guy, though. Cancer. Speaking of getting out and doing things, we took the daytime tour on the pirate ship, the Margalante 2, the Margalante. And you know what? I've been going a long time. I'll give you my opinion and my wife's opinion next week. So stay tuned for that. Right now, we need to get to these interviews and the restaurants. So here we go. As I said, I received a message from my Facebook friend and listener to the podcast, Jeff. Jeff is from Mound Valley, Kansas. And he asked me if I have a top 10 list of go-to restaurants that I could share. And of course, I never put one together because there's so many restaurants that we just love here in Puerto Vallarta. There's more than 10. There's like, I don't know, 100. Now, you're going to notice that most of our favorite places are either in Zona Romantica, downtown Vallarta, El Centro, or Cinco de Diciembre. And that's because we have no car. So we walk just about everywhere from our apartment to the famous church is, it's about 1 kilometer. And to Cinco de Diciembre, it's about 1.5 miles. So we're a little biased just because of our geographic situation. I mean, we take taxis, we take Ubers, and even an occasional bus. But the reason that these are our favorites has a lot to do with their location. They're within walking distance from our home. And while you're in Puerto Vallarta, if you're staying anywhere close to any of these eateries, you can't go wrong trying any one of these places. I'm putting these restaurants and taco carts in no special order. I'm also going to sprinkle in those interviews that I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast while I go through these favorites of mine. I want to bring our first interview. I've had Gina from Whiskey Kitchen on the podcast on several occasions. The last time we visited with her, she had moved from her Conchas Chinas location to her location on the outskirts of the Colonia Versalles on Francisco Villa. And as I mentioned, she's moved again to the Zona Romantica right on the Rio Quale. And now that she's so close, I'm going to think about maybe even adding her to my locations for my open microphone meet and greets during her happy hours. She has long happy hours. She'll talk about that. Of course, that could be dangerous. I mean, margarita and whiskey sours for a good price. People talking after drinking it. It's a family show. I might have to do some work editing, but she has air conditioning, and that makes it super comfortable for meet and greeters, if you ask me. We're going to see. But anyway, let's go right now. Let's go to Insurgentes 108 inside the Joint Boutique Hotel and chat with Gina Hendricks about the move and her new location in Zona Romantica. It's Whiskey Kitchen in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Gina, thanks for coming on the show again.
Yay, you're welcome. Thanks for popping by.
Oh, this is your second move.
It is.
Tell us where you are now and what went into that second move. What did you do?
Okay. I think I'm going to call part of it luck. I moved to Versalles. It's actually one street over technically than Versalles. We did just win the best restaurant.
I just saw that.
In Versalles, which
Congratulations.
I have to say I was incredibly shocked and grateful. But the reason that we moved was a combination of two things. One, I had not signed my new lease over there, and I was very nervous about it. And I was with my mother in February, and that's when I was supposed to sign. I was helping her with a few things in South Carolina. So I missed that deadline.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I call it luck, because this opportunity came up after people are calling it a lot of things, but the incident on Sunday with the cartel, we can call it whatever people call it Black Sunday. That's kind of awful. But it did change internationally for right now. A lot of guests that were coming to Vallarta. So the other business, Pig Out Grocery, we had 43 orders that confirmed and were coming. And in 48 hours after that Sunday, 30 canceled.
Wow.
And this year's season, maybe not for everybody, but for me, it was softer than the last high season. And so my nervousness took over. And then Eric had spoken to me after Paco's death, actually. We were talking about the possibility, because he needs food and beverage here for the joint hotel. So that's where we're located now. We're located inside the joint hotel. On the second floor, it's 108 Insurgentes. If everybody remembers Encanto, it's right across the street. If you've had the best burritos in town at Burning Burrito, we're right down the street from Cinco de Febrero, I think is the name of the street. And so the opportunity came, and boy, I jumped, and we got the deal done very quickly. I got a very good deal for going into the low season for rent.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking on it was just a win-win.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how I got here.
Well, the location is great. I must say, we are sitting in an air-conditioned space. Okay, that's a little different than what you had before.
Heck yeah.
And we have a nice little view. I mean, we're like right near the river.
Yes.
And we're in the middle of everything, right? You're just now you're like in Zona Romantica.
It's so cute because so many I don't know, we served 55 people last night, and every single person that came in was like, "Oh, you're back in Zona Romantica. I was on the way to Misma Loya. That's not Zona Romantica." But I guess we were more convenient even there than the location on Francisco Villa.
Yeah, now we actually walked past where you used to be yesterday, and that's empty.
It's been empty, I think, for almost a year and a half. I spoke to the owners of that location about re-renting it, and I think the amount of rent, I don't know if you guys want to hear all this kind of stuff.
I think we do.
46,000 pesos for that place.
Wow.
So let's just say I did not find it a great opportunity.
That was a no.
That was a no.
Yeah. All right. So remind everybody about Whiskey Kitchen. What do you do here? What will they expect when they come here?
Okay. So Southern comfort food, Southern hospitality in the best city in Mexico. We added something super fun this year, or for this particular location. We have 80 peso margaritas and whiskey sours every day, all day.
Oh.
Because we want to bring you in and feed you.
Yeah.
Right? And then we do have our happy hour from 4 to 6. We'll start that today, actually. But we have an expanded menu now. So we do steaks and pastas and, of course, fried chicken. Grandma's already up on the wall again.
I saw that.
Coralie's already here watching over us. And just great Southern food. My whole team, that was really great. I was able to bring them all the way over because now we're 7 days a week.
Okay.
And going into low season, many restaurants have to let some of the staff go. So this year we don't have to.
No.
So we brought everybody over, and we're just hoping for the best and working our tail off. We moved the furniture, got the kitchen ready. I got a new campana, new fan in the kitchen. We did it in 4 days.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
It is. Okay, so do you have plans for live music? You used to have live music?
We do still have live music. We haven't started it up. I think Brad wants to play opening night, which I want to say is going to be next Friday for our grand opening, so-called. We're soft opening, but we're open now.
Yeah, you're open.
We have coffee at 8 a.m. We're going to do some breakfast also. So live music we can do until 10:30, 11, because we have hotel guests. So we don't want to disturb them. And then we're going to start about the same time, like 6:30. And let's see how it goes. You guys want to come see about live music? I'll pay them. If you don't, we won't have it.
Yeah. Well, it's the space is really wonderful. I'll have pictures in the show notes. You can find it at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com. Anything else? Am I missing something here in this story?
If you don't know about Pig Out it's really not for
Oh,
locals.
let's
You
talk about that.
guys,
Yeah, we didn't talk about Pig Out at all. So let's
yeah,
just talk about that delivery service you do.
it's grocery and has grown into catering, and also you can get ribs to go and all that good stuff. So you can check that out at Pig Out Groceries, I think, is the Facebook. Robin and I, we had to switch it because we are both technically challenged. So I just started a new page. But it's a great grocery business. So if you have family coming, if you are an administrator for a villa or a hotel or something, we have gift certificates to give you if you recommend us. But it's a full service.
It's like if you land, you need somebody to do your shopping, you do the shopping. Is that what happens?
We do it. We make fresh salsas. We have fresh food to go, sandwiches, Italians. It's a big deal, and I've changed the whole thing. You can order it all on WhatsApp. So I'm the person that answers all the Facebook messages and the Pig Out messages. So if you want to see the catalog, we'll share it with you.
Okay. All right. And I'll have links to that too in the show notes too. So if you're looking for that, if you can't find it, go to the show notes. You can find it. But, if you type Pig Out on your Facebook page, you'll find it. It's going to pop up for you.
Yes.
All right. Well, Gina, thank you so much for coming back on the show and talking with us again.
Yay.
Best of luck and good luck to you. I mean,
Thank you.
I think this is your spot. This is where you're going to be.
I think
for
so.
A long,
and
long time.
my background is actually higher end type of action. So steakhouse girl, you can come now and get a amazing martini with blue cheese stuffed olives, and so we've done some fun things.
Okay, it starts again. You say you're gonna open up at 8 in the morning now.
8 in the morning. We're 7 days a week.
Okay.
So coffee in the morning, working on breakfast, but not there yet.
Uh-huh.
And then lunch starts at 12 at noon, and we're going to serve until 9:30, and the bar will stay open until 11.
Okay, great. All right, so this is the Romantic Zone end of the Insurgentes Bridge, right? So the address again is
108 Insurgentes, 108 Insurgentes.
Right, very good. I'll have it on the map. Get you right to the front door here. Gina, thank you again for coming on the show. And yeah, this is a great spot.
Yay, we're excited. We're tired, but we're excited.
Thank you, Gina. I have all the links and maps and even pictures of the inside and outside of the new whiskey kitchen inside the joint boutique hotel Riverside in Zona Romantica in the show notes. Now, before I get to my list of go-to spots, I want to put a disclaimer in here. I've done over 265 episodes of the podcast. I've probably interviewed at least 100 restaurateurs, and I recommend each and every one of those, okay? That's why I did the interview in the first place. So you can actually go back through 10 years of podcasts of mine, and you can. And if that restaurant is still open, because, hey, running a restaurant, especially in Mexico, but anywhere, it's hard. And not all restaurants survive. But, hey, restaurants like Ocean Grill, Chenando's, Azul Bistro, Barrio Bistro, Kaiser Maximilian, Cafe de Artistas, Archie's Walk, Andales, Barcelona Tapas, Cuates y Cuetes, Gina's Whiskey Kitchen. Well, it seems like there's hundreds, right? All these restaurants are favorites of mine. If I've been there, I eat there, and I highly recommend all of them. Now, this list actually should be called My Favorite Munchies Mexican-Style Restaurants, Taco Carts, 2 breweries, and a burger stand in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. In fact, I'm going to do just that because it really does go just like that. You're going to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to be giving you the names of the places, the addresses, why I like the restaurant so much. I'll even throw in a few of my favorite dishes if we have time. I'll put in a link to our interview, if we actually did an interview in the past with any of these restaurants. You could find them in the show notes. So let's go. Here we go. Oh, by the way, if any of you want this list, you can go to my show notes of this episode or send me an email to pvtravelshow@gmail.com and I will send it to you, okay? First of all, I want to share two of our favorite happy hour restaurants, and they're related. One is Los Muertos Brewery, and the other one is El Granero, also a brewery. And they're built and run by Connor and Stephanie Watts. And Connor and his wife Stephanie are from Colorado. Los Muertos Brewing is located at Lázaro Cárdenas 302 at Constitución, and El Granero is literally just around the corner at Francisco I. Madero 333. Speaking of award winners, Gina, by the way, congratulations on your We Are Puerto Vallarta Award for Best Restaurant in Versailles. Guess, okay, and now you're in work on that one, Best Restaurant in the Romantic Zone. But Los Muertos won first place in the Best Pizza in Vallarta contest in that latest We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards. So congratulations are in order for the crew, for the whole crew. Both locations have pizza and beer, although only at Los Muertos do they serve the pizza by the slice. Keep that in mind. Both Los Muertos Brewing and El Granero only serve the beers they brew, and they are artisanal beers, IPAs, stouts, ales, lagers. They have all the brewing production, by the way, for both the restaurants. Actually, they got three over at El Granero. They both have happy hours every day, but they are staggered. El Granero has their happy hour from 1 in the afternoon till 5. Los Muertos has their happy hour from 4 until 6 in the afternoon. During the happy hour, they offer any of their beers, a pint, not a 12-ounce beer, but a 16-ounce beer, a pint of artesian beer for 45 pesos. And that's about $3 US. Now, a 12-ounce Pacifico or a Modelo or a Corona or whatever Mexican beer you're going to be picking up are going to cost you maybe that much, at least that much, at most Vallarta restaurants and bars. So I'd say that's a pretty good deal. The menus differ between El Granero and Los Muertos, but the pizzas are the same. Los Muertos, and the beers, by the way. Los Muertos has great sandwiches and salads. They got wings, typical bar food. Our favorite pizza is their La Patrona with bacon, goat cheese, sun-dried tomatoes, and spinach. Delicious. And El Granero has birria, which they use in several of their dishes. And unfortunately, Los Muertos doesn't have there, because I'm a huge birria fan, as you will find out as we go through this list. I really, really like the pork belly tacos that they have at El Granero, and both places have TVs where they play sports of all kinds. So ask them if you don't see your favorite sport on. They'll find it for you. El Granero is air-conditioned, and Los Muertos is not. It's open air. Los Muertos has a lunch special. From 1 until 5, they've got a special slice of pizza, side of salad or fries, and a pint of beer for 115 pesos, or about $6.75 currently US. And they also have a branch, like I said, out where Gina used to be, over on Francisco Villa, where they have the happy hour special, same as the one in town from 4 to 6. So those are my two happy hour picks. And I'm going to hunt down Connor, and we're going to talk about their menu and their secret specials really soon. Now, breakfast is the most economical meal of the day in Puerto Vallarta, as long as you stay away from the firewater, that is. If you can wait till lunch for your first pour, you're golden. So as far as breakfast spots in Paradise are concerned, there's just so many. And they're all great. But here is my list, and I'm going to try to get through this quick. First is Mi Cafe. Mi Cafe is located at Francisco I. Madero 505. It's been one of my favorites for years. Their French toast is the best in town, bar none. I don't care what you say. It's so good. I think they make it from cinnamon rolls. I mean, it's everything on their menu is delicious. For lunch, they have this killer hamburger on a bagel bun, believe it or not. It's mind-blowing. The place is air-conditioned. Everything on their menu is delicious. Soco's Place, just down the street from Mi Cafe. It's located at Francisco Madero 453 over in Emiliano Zapata. And everything on Soco's menu is delicious. They specialize in authentic Mexican dishes. I love their enchiladas, but I love everything that they make. Their pancakes, their chilaquiles. They serve breakfast and lunch. And I'd also add that this is a great value as well. Lapa Lapa, located right on Los Muertos Beach over at Pulpito 103, Colonia Emiliano Zapata. What can I say? Lapa is just a classy spot. You can get a table with your feet in the sand or up in their lovely restaurant. Either way, it's beautiful. It's the tablecloths, fine stemware, a view of the Los Muertos Pier, the waves crashing, the bathing beauties, the whole 9 yards. Their breakfasts are extremely reasonable as long as you keep away from the booze. Remember my rule. My favorite dish is their crab cakes, eggs Benedict. It is so good. And of course, it's so romantic. It's so Puerto Vallarta, my friends. Sticking with the oceanside dining, we have Vitea Oceanfront Bistro. It is located on the Malecon y Libertad 2, Puerto Vallarta, of course. And as the restaurant suggests, it is right on the Malecon, the newly refurbished Malecon extension. You can dine on the Malecon in front of their restaurant or inside their air-conditioned space. So, depending on the weather, you choose. But their breakfast menu is chock full of great dishes. My favorite dish is huevos borrachos. Look it up in the show notes. Heading riverside, I really enjoy Le Bistro restaurant on Isla Cuale, Isla Rio Cuale 16. In fact, and Le Bistro it's just a beautiful place. It's located right on Isla Cuale, which looks more beautiful every day, by the way. It's just a nice place to go to grab a breakfast. Classy setting. It's upscale dining without breaking the budget, by the way. Just remember, stay clear of the alcoholic beverages. Come on, just for breakfast. You can do it. It's open air, so it's not air conditioned, but just a beautiful, beautiful place. Casa Nicole. Casa Nicole is a sweet little restaurant located at Pino Suarez 203 in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. They have an outdoor seating area, and it's a beautiful little courtyard. Or you go inside, where it's air conditioned. They've got seating, lots of seating in both spots. The staff is friendly. Their food is just really, really good. I have not had a bad meal over at Casa Nicole. So go there. Meño's Place. Meño's Place is on Calle Honduras, 348 in Colonia, Cinco de Diciembre. We've been to Meño's Place. I love it. It's traditional Mexican food. It's got a little bit of a view. It's in Cinco de Diciembre. And just traditional Mexican fare. Be careful. They do birthdays all day there. Lots of birthday parties. You're going to hear a lot of mañanitas being sung. And you can't talk about breakfasts in Puerto Vallarta without talking about Freddy's Toucan. There are 2 locations of Freddy's. One is in Zona Romantica at Basilio Badillo 245. The other is in Colonia Fluvial at Avenida Los Tules 205. What can you say about Freddy's? But he's been doing his great breakfast in Puerto Vallarta for over 30 years. The original Zona Romantica location was recently remodeled. It looks really, really nice. And both locations are air conditioned. Both are open for breakfast and both are open for lunch. And yeah, let's move on from breakfast, shall we? Let's talk lunch and dinner. And that brings me to Restaurant San Lucas. Restaurant San Lucas is located at 355 Calle Lázaro Cárdenas. It is in Zona Romantica. And it's just a great space right in the middle of town. It's on the second floor. No one knows where it is. It's like, where is this place? Well, it's right in the middle of town and nobody knows it. It's on the second floor. And it's just got this open air view overlooking one of the busiest intersections of the Romantic Zone. You can dine on the freshest seafood and drink some of the tastiest punch-packing margaritas in town. And as I said at the beginning of the podcast, it's been since August of 2019 since I interviewed Daniel about Restaurant San Lucas. And since that time, I've interviewed lots of my guests on that second floor over the years because it's such a great space. The acoustics are perfect for this show. Real Vallarta, you know? So let's go back. Let's talk with Daniel Lopez for a reminder of what to expect when you come to one of my favorite spots for lunch or dinner in Puerto Vallarta. Let's go right now to 355 Calle Lázaro Cárdenas and visit with Daniel Lopez and a new face that you're going to find when you visit next time, Franco. He's the son-in-law of Alberto, the owner. And where are we going to go? We're going to go to Restaurant San Lucas in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Daniel and Franco, thanks for coming on the podcast.
No,
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
Now, I've had Daniel on the show before. So actually, Daniel, I want you to introduce Franco to me. But before you do that, to my listeners, but before you do that, remind us about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from the state of Nayarit. My name is Daniel, and I've been working for this place for almost 30 years, and I've been so happy helping people with their needs and everything.
Right. So now your English is really good. You learned English in the States,
Well,
right?
I spent some time in the States in the early 90s. So I used to be around LA area for 2.5 years. So
Yeah. You worked at some restaurants that I really love.
Yes.
Yes, you do. All right. So introduce Franco to us, would you?
So now with that, we have our good friend Franco. He's a member of the family right now. And his name is Roberto Carlos Franco. And he's been with us for at least 6-7 months already.
Yes, it's 6 months.
Yeah. So, and I guess he's going to be around for
For a few years.
Yeah, you're a member of the family, right? You're related to Alberto?
I'm related to the owners and I'm
and
here.
the daughter.
Particularly her daughter.
The daughter. Oh, yeah. You're very close to the daughter, I understand.
Yes,
All
just
right.
a little bit.
Yeah. Well, very good. All right. So remind us, Daniel, about, well, first of all, everybody knows that this is, one of my favorite restaurants in all of Puerto Vallarta. If you're going to be in Puerto Vallarta, you want to get like the feel of a traditional Mexican seafood restaurant, with some great margaritas.
Well, just to let you know, Restaurant San Lucas is a really traditional place that started in business back in 1987 by Alberto Cortés, which is the owner. And so happy to be working with him for the last 29 years. And our food is so traditional that I invite everyone to come and taste it. It's amazing, especially our drinks. Margaritas, anything they feel like it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. What other drinks do y'all specialize in other than margaritas?
Pina colada, martinis, sangrias, and of course a cold beer.
Of course. Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. And then as far as your menu goes, can you kind of go over some of the things if somebody was going to come here and have some dinner? What would they expect to see on the menu?
Okay. As an entree, you can start with a little nice tostada, shrimp tostada to start. And for your main course, you can go with a fish with the shrimp, and you can make your own combination the way you want it. It can be shrimp, mushrooms, hot sauce, and also another dish that we have on our menu is our seafood and soup. Seafood soup.
Yeah.
You can't miss it. It's great.
Yeah. Very
Yes.
good. Very good. Of course, one of our favorite things to do here is sit down and have some great guacamole. You guys do some great guac.
That's another one. Fresh guacamole on the table.
Everything's made like to order, right? I mean, right
Yes,
there, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Right at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So that's why you have to wait probably 5-8 minutes to get your guacamole or tostadas on the table because everything is all fresh made.
right.
Yes.
And the margaritas too. I mean, they take time to get to the table because, well, you guys are
Fresh squeezed lime.
Fresh lemon.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, the margarita is the best flavor is with the fresh lemon.
And you can have it the way you want it. Old fashioned, frozen, on the rocks.
whichever way you want.
Yes, of
The
course.
Cadillac margarita.
Even a Cadillac margarita
All
for
right.
another $2.
Really?
Oh, yes, of course.
All right. So tell us how you make a Cadillac. How's that done?
Okay, the Cadillac margarita has to be made out of aged tequila, reposado, or añejo tequila, and a shot of Grand Marnier on the side.
Ah, very nice.
That's a Cadillac margarita
Okay.
for
All right.
another probably 55 pesos on top of the regular price.
Really? Oh, come on. That's a bargain.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see. We like, we've been coming here for so many years, and we found something on your menu that we never, we never saw before. It was like this Baja shrimp, huh?
Oh,
So tell us about the Baja shrimp dish.
that's a really popular dish. Well, anything is good with bacon.
Right.
Are you agree?
Of course. Yeah.
If you add bacon to your shrimp, onion, serrano pepper, and cheese on top of it, you get the perfect combination. And you get tortillas on the side to make your own fajita or taco. What else can you expect?
Right.
It's great.
Oh, it's so good.
We also have our seafood burrito, which is amazing.
Yeah.
If you're thinking
love that.
about having a burrito, you should come and try it too.
All right. So tell us about the seafood burrito.
It's all the seafood, saute, onion, green peppers, shrimp, octopus, fish, oysters, wrapped in a flour wrapped tortilla. And you get a little salad on the side. It's a meal by itself.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you also do some interesting things up here. You have bridge. You have this bridge club come up here, and they're here like most of the high season, right?
We stole these people from Coco Tropical. I mean, no, they tore that place down years ago.
They needed a place to
So
go.
I knew a guy, and he came, had a drink, came up here, look at the place. He said, "Hey, you have the space. Can we play cards up here? I need to bring the organizers and take a look at it." So they
Right.
did. They came up. They love it. And they've been coming to play bridge since, I don't know, 10 years already.
Long
Yeah.
time. Long time.
And we're so happy with them. They're
Right.
still coming.
All right. So if you guys, any of you don't know about, the Bridge Club and you play bridge, I'll have a link to them in the show notes. You can find it at www.puertovallartravelshow.com in this episode. So you'll look for it there. So,
It's Bridge Club Puerto Vallarta.
right.
They used to have the name of Coco's Bridge.
That's right. Yeah.
Coco's Bridge, because Coco Tropical.
Yeah.
That's where they started playing and back in years ago.
Yes.
So they still have that name on their
I
group.
remember Maxine
Yeah.
told me about that. So yeah, I'll
Coco.
have that. Yeah, I'll have that in the show notes so that if anybody's interested in that, come
Which-
on, make sure you contact Maxine and, you can join up. And
So now we can call it San Lucas Bridge.
that's right. I agree. They should get
San
with
Lucas
it. They should
Bridge
get with
Club.
it. They should get with the
Yes.
program.
Uh-huh. So
Any other things that happen here other than bridge?
The poker game.
we have poker players on Mondays.
Ah, okay. Poker.
Not that we're going to
No, there's no gambling.
no gambling.
No,
no.
there's no gambling.
We
It's
just come and play for fun.
That's it.
That's
right.
it. Nothing else.
Yeah, they just play for fun. All right. So what am I missing here? Anything else that I'm missing? What are your hours? What are your hours here?
We start at noon until 9 p.m.
Okay.
That's our hours
And every day of the week, or
every day of the week.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic.
So here we are, waiting, expecting for everyone to come.
Right.
Yep.
You're on the corner of Insurgentes and
Lázaro Cárdenas.
Lázaro Cárdenas. What's the address?
Zona Romantica. Lázaro Cárdenas 355.
355.
Zona Romantica, PB.
There you go, baby. All right. Well, there we go. Well, Daniel, Franco, thanks for
Thanks.
coming on the show. Welcome to the
Welcome to the
club.
restaurant.
Welcome to the family.
That's right.
It's a nice day
Franco.
to meet you both.
Well, come into San Lucas, and y'all can meet Franco too. I'll have his smiling face in the show notes.
That's the best part. A smiling face and enjoy a wonderful margarita.
Yeah, this guy can do the
Yeah,
margarita
we're a
like
family
nobody's
place.
business.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on the show again. You guys rock. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Daniel and Franco. The food is absolutely Puerto Vallarta. I have all their links and contact information in the show notes. All right, let's go to my favorite taco stands and traditional Mexican food, Don Chava. It's Don Chava Taqueria Cantina. It is Venustiano Carranza 212. That is their new location. They just moved here from their original place that was over on Lázaro Cárdenas. And Don Chava, what is Don Chava? It's a taqueria. It is an upscale taqueria with pastor tacos. It's got alambres. It's got volcanes, quesadillas, queso fandito, guacamole, nachos, great salsas, in my opinion. My wife loves their stuffed potato. It's just amazing. They have a full bar. It's a lovely new restaurant for them. And I'm going to be interviewing Natalie and Hanan about that move that they made. They moved their two restaurants, Don Chava and Tre Piate, to this new location. We're going to talk to them, this new location, I should say. We're going to be talking with them next time we talk. The next one, Sonorita Tacos al Pastor. It's over in Olas Altas, Pino Suarez 232, over in Emiliano Zapata neighborhood. This place is Don Chava on steroids. It's always busy. It's noisy. It's smoky from all the grilling of the meats that they do. They make tacos and quesadillas and alambres and baked stuffed potatoes and more. All Mexican favorites. They serve breakfast too over at Sonorita. They have a full bar. My favorite dish here is their prime rib tacos. They're so good. All right, next, Tacos de Birria Alex. Tacos de Birria Alex is a taco stand where these other two were standing restaurants. This is a taco stand, although they do have a little bit of a taco stand over at Birria Alex. They are on Matamoros, 845 in El Cerro of Puerto Vallarta. It is a contender for the best birria tacos in all of Vallarta. Their specialty is tacos de birria, of course, and their consume rivals the best as well in all of Puerto Vallarta. You can eat outside on the curb if you want to eat with la gente, or if you're lucky, you can even find a seat inside the small restaurant. They're always busy, so it's very hard to find. But yes, Tacos de Birria Alex was introduced to me by Chef Thierry Blouet, and he's right. It's darn good. El Banquito is also a great birria place. They have everything Mexican. They've got tacos and burritos and quesadillas, tortas, gorditas, sopes, everything. And Tino makes a great consomme as well. That's a nice little soup, the beef broth soup. He's got really spicy salsas, really good salsas. It is an economical restaurant. You can sit down inside of his restaurant or take out. He does a lot of takeout there. They have fans, no air conditioning. My favorite mariscos or seafood taco stand is Tacos de Mariscos Garlapago. It's located on the corner of Jacarandas and Venustiano Carranza in the Zona Romantica. The chef there is a brujo. He is a witch. They don't do English there. Not real well, at least, but they'll work with you. The dishes are gourmet. They're cheap, but they're just awesome. He even has bacon. So trust me, go there. I take home tacos de pescado y camarones capeados, the fried ones, at least once a week. If I don't have time to sit at the cart and watch the chef do his magic. But I'm going to tell you, go there. I like it even better than Marissima. And I love a good burger, by the way, and who doesn't? And after all the Mexican food that we're going to be talking about here, we're going to need a break. And we're going to get a break right now. We're going to have this award-winning smash burger guy, the smash burger stand, sitting between a couple of taco stands in Zona Romantica. It's called Slice and Smash PV. And Slice and Smash is located at Calle Constitucion and I Madero, or Y Madero, as they say in Spanish, because the I is long. They got a long, hard I when they say I. It's E. And Slice and Smash has become my favorite hamburger spot since I moved to Paradise a year and a half ago. I was just so happy to find this place, and I was even happier to get the opportunity to catch Jose Rodriguez, the owner and the creator of Slice and Smash PV, in a quiet moment at the hamburger stand after they had won their We Are Puerto Vallarta first place award for best hamburger in Vallarta. So let's find out more about him, and let's find out more about his stand where he makes his smash burgers and pizza too. So let's go to Calle Constitucion and Y Madero in Zona Romantica. And let's meet Jose de Jesus Rodriguez Orozco. Jose at Slice and Smash PV in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Jose, thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for inviting me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from a little town called La Rumorosa. It's up north. It's a border town. You'll find it between Tecate and Mexicali.
Oh, really? Okay, so you're way up north.
Yeah, way up north, Baja California.
Baja. All right. And how long you been in Puerto Vallarta?
Here I've been here for now 14 years.
Oh, all right. Well, you're
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
a long time. When you got here, what were you doing when you got here?
When I got here, I was still cooking. I actually worked in a little spot called The Pit. I believe that's what it's called. It was a hamburger spot.
Okay.
And it was on Basilio Badillo back in 2013.
Okay. All right. And then before then, when you were in your hometown, you were cooking too?
Yeah, before I came here, I was in Ensenada, and there, I was also cooking there. I had a little fish taco stand there in Ensenada.
Okay.
And before that, up in the States, I did culinary school, cooked for a long time up in Portland, Oregon, and Northern California, a little town called Auburn. So I've been cooking since I was 19.
Oh my gosh. You sure have. All right. So, but let's just talk about where we are right now, because this is unusual for me. Usually I'm not doing an interview at a food stand. And you actually, when did you open up the food stand here? When did
I opened up February 18, 2024.
2024. So this is you're starting your third year right now.
Yeah. I'm going on my third year now.
All right. So tell everybody about your hamburger stand. Tell us all about it.
The funny thing is, my original plan was just to do pizzas. I was going to do street pizzas, had that idea for a long time, and decided to do it. But before I opened up, I felt like I needed to add something else to the menu. So I added the smash burgers. I had noticed that nobody else had a smash burger here in town, and the burgers around here, it's hard to find a good one.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
So I decided, I'm going to do a smash burger, and now I barely sell any pizzas, and I sell a lot more smash burgers.
All right. Tell us about the pizza, because this little pizza oven you got over here, tell us about that. It's tiny.
It's one of the little tiny wood oven. It's called an uni. It cooks individual pizzas. This one cooks a 12-inch pizza. It'll get up to about 750 Fahrenheit, 400 Celsius. Cook the pizza in less than 2 minutes. About a minute and a half, it cooks the pizzas.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really efficient for this little stand.
Yeah, it is, and it's you can't be pumping out a whole bunch of pizzas with that little guy.
Oh no, yeah, one pizza at a time. But the good thing is, like I said, it cooks in a minute and a half. So so I can do a pretty good amount of pizzas.
Well, you're using wood to fire that thing?
Yeah. I use oak. Oak out here, you can find it. If you go up the Rio Cuale a little further, you start seeing oak trees out there.
All right, so you source the oak yourself.
Yeah, there's a little place here in town that does all that for us.
All right, well, very good. Yeah, because you don't have time to do that stuff.
Oh no, man, I'm busy here.
Always. Every time I come here, you're busy. All right, so what kind of pizzas are you making?
Well, I do more of a Neapolitan style pizza. I do my dough with a 24-hour Polish, and then ferment my dough another 24 hours, and then cook them, send them out.
All right.
70% hydration, so it's closer to a Neapolitan style.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's exactly a Neapolitan because, well, I'm not Italian and we're not in Italy.
But okay, so what kind of toppings are you putting on that?
Your normal toppings, you can pick up to 3 toppings on the pizzas. We have your usual meat toppings: pepperoni, salami, prosciutto, sausage, bacon, and your veggies: mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, olives, pineapple, jalapenos.
Oh, right.
All your usual stuff. So you can. It's mostly build your own pizza kind of thing.
Okay, very good. All right, and then the star of the show now is the smash burger.
Is the smash burger.
All right, tell us about that. Tell us about the process there.
Well, the smash burgers, reason they're called smash is because you put them on the flat top little balls of beef, and then you just smash the crap out of them. Real high heat, and it caramelizes the meat super fast, keeps it nice and juicy, and cooks it the same in less than a minute. You got cooked meat, and so it's another fast process. Good caramelization, good crust on the meat, and that's one of the most important parts.
Yeah. And then you're doing fries. You're doing
we do shoestring fries and seasoned potato wedges.
Right.
And right now, the most that's selling is the fries. People love the fries here.
They do, and they are good. I'm one of those guys who comes here, sneaks in. I don't have to sneak. Now, you serve a lot of these. What would you say was your biggest day, like selling?
I think my biggest
burgers?
day is around 166 burgers. Maybe a little more than that. We did about 22 kilos that day.
Wow.
So that was just a nonstop day from opening to close. It was just nonstop.
Right, and then that's like high season, right? That's what you.
Oh yeah, that's middle of high season stuff right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So. You start early. What time do you open?
We work from Tuesday through Saturday from noon to 10. On Sunday we work half days. We only work 2 to 8, and we are off on Mondays.
Good. You need some time off.
Oh yeah, these guys work hard, man. They definitely need a time off.
And you do like delivery. You hook up with the delivery services in town.
Well, not right now. Seeing as the stand is really small and it can only handle so much.
Good point.
I feel that if I add like a delivery service, it could affect the service here at the stand and people that actually come here and enjoy the burgers here, which I'd rather take care of them than concentrate on delivery.
I totally agree with you. I've walked up to a place before, not here in Los Angeles, but. You stand in line and they're taking orders from people who are calling on the phone.
Yeah.
Or, it's like, no, come on, I'm here.
Yeah,
Hello.
let's take care of the people who are here now. Yeah,
right.
I agree.
That's exactly the way to do it. So, your burgers you have like a single patty, double patty? How do you?
Well, all the burgers,
they're
they're double patty, 2-ounce patties, slice of cheese, lettuce, tomato, caramelized onions, our special burger sauce, and mayo.
Very good.
on a sesame seed bun.
Right. And so if somebody comes walking up here and it's looking kind of busy, what are you figuring? Maybe you're going to wait for how long for a burger, you think?
Well, right now, the usual wait is anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, but there has been days where it'll get up to about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So we had a couple days this season where it was up to an hour wait. People would come in, order their burgers, go to a bar, have a couple drinks, and then come back.
All right. Well, they know what to expect. They're just doing it, right?
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
You got a bar right around the corner from you, so
There's bars around every corner.
Every corner. So your most popular then obviously is the smash burger.
Yeah, the smash burger just smashes everything else. I mean, it sells like crazy. We also do a patty melt, a smash melt on sourdough bread, slices of sourdough bread, and that one is really good. Also, the sourdough breads adds a whole different depth to it.
Yeah, no kidding. You'll probably be able to do then just like a cheese sandwich too. If somebody was vegetarian,
yeah, absolutely.
Want to be a troublemaker.
We could do a grilled cheese here. I have a lady who comes in who doesn't eat beef, and she just likes to add veggies to the burger. So yeah, we accommodate all that.
All right, well that's
the
good.
only thing that's hard to accommodate is the gluten-free, seeing as we're pizzas and burgers.
Right? Yeah, stop it. Just stop it. You can't do that. All right? Yeah. Oh, I totally get that. And then drinks. What kind of things do you have?
We have our sodas, Coke Zero, Fresca, Fanta, Sprite, and we also carry bottles of water.
Right.
Right across the street, on the opposite corner, there's the Michoacana. They sell a bunch of agua frescas there, and everybody's always welcome to go by there and bring them on over if they don't want sodas.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great idea too, by the way. And yeah, Michoacana, great place to get a paleta afterwards, a little dessert afterwards, right?
Exactly.
Oh, beautiful. All right, well, talking about them, let's talk about your neighbors, because you are surrounded by taco stands.
Oh yeah. I got two great neighbors, right. I'm in between two great neighbors, and they do very well with what they do. Completely different from what I do, but what they're doing is they're doing very well.
Right. So you got they're both just Mexican taco stands, aren't they? Specifically, or
one of them is Esperanza. Her specialty is the birria tacos, which are super delicious.
Oh, cool. She does the crunchy ones.
Yeah, she does the crunchy ones, the soft ones, handmade tortillas.
Oh wow.
She does some really good quesadillas that are big and very filling.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. And then my other neighbor, she does more like breakfast dishes, your typical Mexican dishes, enchilada, chilaquiles. She does albóndigas, which are really, really good. Her caldo de pollo is also very, very good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've got two great neighbors, and we're all doing good. This is a great corner to come and eat.
Absolutely is. And I could totally attest to that. One of my favorite corners to come to in Puerto Vallarta. If you get a day off, what do you do? What do you do if you have a day off?
I like to play pool.
Do you?
I'm in a pool league, so Mondays is our pool day, and that's really the reason why I chose Mondays off.
Oh, very good. Now, do you play at one of the local pool?
Yeah, I'm on a team, Villarama. They're in Cinco de Diciembre.
Okay.
But tomorrow, Monday, we play over in the marina at Brando's. We play against their team over there. So 1 week we play home, and the next week we travel.
You travel. When you say travel, it's like you go to the marina, or you go.
Yes, here in town. Here in
right?
town, but in this league there's 20 teams, so every other week we're going to a different bar, which is pretty cool. And that's you get exposure in the bars. You get to see all kinds of other bars and different players. So it's a fun league. Yeah, that's what I do on my days off.
So the one that's in Cinco, is that the one that's on Avenida Mexico? Is that because there's a couple of
the one I play at is right around the corner from Gusto Lounge.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Very good. And then let me ask you this: we walk by these billiard lounges all the time. What do they think if some güero comes in there and wants to go play? They don't
absolutely.
Care,
there's a few teams on our league that are just Canadians and Americans play, and absolutely there's some good players, and always welcome.
Okay, cool. That's always good to know. All right, so that's what you do on your day off, and that's your hobby. I guess that would be you would say that's your hobby.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If somebody were coming to Puerto Vallarta for the first time, what would you suggest other than coming to Slice and Smash and having a great burger or a great piece of pizza? What would you tell them?
Well, I like, we definitely eat the tacos. I mean, Don Chava, Sonorita, those are great places for tacos. Um, Obviously, spend time on the beach, relax, throw your flip flops off and lay on the beach, get wet. That's what a vacation's for.
Yeah.
Don't plan too much. Don't get too busy. Don't run around like crazy because you got to go here and you got to go there. No, man. Vacations are for relaxing. That's what I like to let people know. Relax, dude. Take it easy, man.
Oh,
You're on
man.
vacation.
Jose, you're a man after my own heart. I love that. I love that. You know what? I didn't also. I have to talk about your toppings that you have here for your burgers. You have like real pickles.
Oh yeah,
for,
we do.
For
we
people
do,
to actually actually put on their plate by themselves.
we don't put it on the burger because pickles. Some people like them, some people don't, and so we put it here on the side so people can add however much pickles they like. We also got the pickled jalapenos and our homemade candied jalapenos.
Oh, that's all homemade.
Yeah, we do these here in house. I guess they call them cowboy candy in the States.
Oh yeah, well I can't stop eating that stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. As far as the menu, have I forgotten anything? You
Besides the pizza and the smash burgers, we also do a pizza sandwich, which we fold over the pizza dough, pre-cook it, and once it's cooked, we open it up and stuff it with all the toppings. We do a BLT and a cold meat sandwich.
Oh wow. Okay. So look at this is great. I mean, it's like going to In-N-Out Burger where they have the secret menu, and Jose's got the secret menu right there in his head. So but now you've heard it. Now you know all these other great things that they do.
Oh, yeah. There's another guy who comes in and he orders the BLT, but he adds two patties with cheese.
Okay.
And he calls it the Master Blaster.
All right. See, I'm not that far off. There is a secret menu here. Okay. That's really good to know. In fact, if you wanted to come and have them make your favorite too, you could name it whatever you want, right? I mean,
absolutely. Why not? Yeah. And we could always add patties too. So I have a guy who comes in and orders 4 patty burgers and takes them down like no other. It's crazy.
You can see him coming, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, now you guys just won an award, and this blows my mind because you are award-winning. Now you're an award-winning taco stand, but you're a food cart, right?
Yeah,
you
burger stand. Yeah.
What do you call you call yourself a burger stand?
Yeah, more of a burger stand. That's pretty much what we sell most of the day is burgers.
So that was what was the name of that award? It was
it's a group called We Are Puerto Vallarta. This is their 3rd year doing it.
Yeah.
And they award local businesses. They try to get involve the tourism and voting and all that. The whole point of it is giving them a voice, the tourists and people who come down for a few months. They want to try to give them a voice, so that's what they did this for.
So it's like the People's Choice Award,
Exactly, yeah, like a People's Choice Award. And this year I was nominated and won favorite hamburger in Puerto Vallarta.
Yes, you did. All right, I'll have a picture of Jose holding up that award. It'll be in the show notes. I'll have pictures of the of this burger stand. Right on now. What is this? What street are we on?
We're on Constitucion, and the cross street is Francisco y Madero.
Right there, you go. So Madero and Constitucion. I'll have it. I'll actually have a Google map. I'll take you right to the stand. It'll be in the show notes, as well as links to your Facebook page. And you're on Instagram too, aren't you?
Yeah, I usually use more my Facebook page.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. My Google page, all that good stuff.
Right. Okay. So follow them, that way when they're open and, if they have some situation where they're not open, that happens too. So keep following them.
Yeah, absolutely. I post if we're going to close or if we're going to do something special, I definitely post everything on there.
All right. Well, congratulations on winning this award, by the way.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you so much for letting me introduce you and Slice and Smash PV to my listeners. They're gonna love it. If they don't already know about it, they're gonna love it now.
Thank you. I also want to thank my my 2 cooks, Chris and Emmanuel. These guys, without them, man, I would not be here today. These guys kill it. They do great. They're the reason why I won this award. So I want to thank them a lot.
Well, you've got a great team that you put together, and you're absolutely right. These guys are dedicated. They really, and they can cook.
They kill it. Oh, yeah.
Jose, thanks so much, brother.
No problem, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jose. Your food is off the hook, my friend. He's a very talented chef indeed. He's got a great staff. I've got all of his information in the show notes. So go there. You will not be disappointed. All right. Let's round off my list. I will make this quick, but if you want this list, I can email it to you. Just send me an email to bvtravelshow@gmail.com, and I'll happily get this list off to you right away. My next one, Martini in Fuego. They're located on Francisco y Madero 260 in Colonia Emiliano Zapata, of course, right around the corner from Slice and Smash. As a matter of fact, it's a lovely sit-down restaurant. They have tablecloths. They are air-conditioned, very attentive staff. Seafood, steaks, imaginative Mexican dishes. When you go there, tell the owner, tell Roberto that I sent you, and he will take care of you, I promise. And a tip, I got a tip for you. Don't order the salad. Don't order a salad when you're there. Order an appetizer instead. And it's because they're going to be serving you a complimentary Caesar salad before your meal. So just a quick little tip there. And I might even call this, one of those date night restaurants. Next, let's talk about our favorite takeout restaurants in Puerto Vallarta. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Romantic Walk. The Romantic Walk is located at Jacarandas 322 in Zona Romantica. And they have a few tables that you can sit at, but we prefer to bring this delicious food home. Or what we do oftentimes is we take the food to Pinocchio Bar. They have no food over at Pinocchio Bar, but they do have TVs, and they do encourage you to bring your own food as long as you drink. And why not? They have sports. They got music videos on TV, so you can eat and drink to all of that. And what we do when we go to the Romantic Walk is we order 2 dishes to share, and we always have enough for leftover lunch the next day. The next one, ricas tostadas y baratas recomendadas. They call this on Google Maps. That's what their name is on the Google Maps. I call it Mr. Barracuda. It's a name that I learned from a gal that I interviewed at a meet and greet years back. And these people are always busy. You're going to see the crowd before you get there. They're all eating on the street, or they're waiting for their food. It's on the corner of Matamoros and Galena. Mr. Barracuda makes tostadas de ceviche, de pescado, camarones, and pulpo, octopus. And they make cocktails, the seafood cocktails as well there. What we do is we buy a liter of their ceviche de pescado, and we get it to go. And they pack it all up with tostadas and salsas in a big bag of salsa cruda with fresh chopped tomatoes and onions and serrano and habanero peppers and cilantro. And they throw in an avocado and some limes. And this is all easily a meal for 4. Costs about 350 pesos. It is fresh. It is so good. And it's fresh because they sell a lot of it. Like I said, there's always people out in front, and you're going to see how good it is too. Eat it fast, by the way, and you will. But that stuff don't hang around longer than 2 days. So make sure you eat it. It is so good. It is so good for you. And hey, you can always eat on the street with la gente. Costs about 20 or 25 pesos per tostada. And as I said, it's always crowded, and there's a reason for that, so go. Last on our take-out home meal list is El Pichagon. It is our rotisserie chicken take-home spot, not to be confused with the Pollo Feliz right down the street, where they grill their chicken. El Pichagon is rotisserie. It's cheap, it's tasty, And it's it's not your big pumped up hormone injected Costco super chicken. Let's put it that way. It's more like the typical driveway chicken that you see around here, but large enough for 2 meals for 2. The trick is to get there late in the day when all the chickens have been cooked to a crisp. That's what we do. No newly attached skewer of raw chicken dripping on the fully cooked chickens below. No. Wait till they're all nice and dark and really cooked. That's what we do when we get ours. And I ask for the chicken whole, entero in Spanish, in Espanol, pollo entero. And that way I get the whole bird. He's not using his knives and his scissors that he's used all day to cut up all the birds that he's been, serving all day. Who knows? Those might be dirty. What they do have is some delicious baby potatoes that have been sitting there. They get dripped on all day by these birds, and they are delicious. So another good reason to wait till the end of the day. And my wife loves their macaroni salad, and I love their tacos. They're more like taquitos. They call them tacos. They're filled with chicken, and I think they got some refried beans that they put in there too. They're really, really crunchy. They're really, really good. 6 for 60 pesos. So think about getting those when you're walking around. Just buy a bag of those, and you can just kind of crunch on them as you're walking around town. We spend a lot of time in Colonia El Pitial because our best friends, Ray and Deb from Canada, they live in PT City. And at the moment, we're house watching for them while they do their grandparenting thingy. Their new grandparents, they got a new one over there in Alberta, Canada. And we water their plants, and we open up their house, and make sure nobody's moved in while they're out of town, And we've become very fond of several restaurants if you ever venture the way over in PTL. One is called Volver al Taco. It's located near the church on Calle Independencia 252 in central PTL. My favorite dish there is their torta ahogada, where they take that torta and they pour soup over it. It's so good. Debbie loves their enchiladas suizas. They're economical. Everything, every dish on the menu is delicious. There is space, by the way, on the upper floor if the lower floor is crowded. And you got to go there. It's sweet. It is just a great spot in PTL. Menuderia y Birreria Manolo. It's also a few blocks from the church in PTL. It's a lovely open-air restaurant. It's very big. They sell birria, but they also have asada and mushrooms and chicharrones and all kinds of other things to put into tacos and quesadillas and sopes. And they make a soup, and they make a really, really, really good consume. Great salsas, attentive staff, no alcohol, by the way. And again, very economical. Birreria Robles has a restaurant right behind the big church in PTL, and the food is delicious, but just a bit more expensive than the first 2 PTL restaurants I mentioned. But you pay for the atmosphere here. They have both goat and beef birria, and you can choose from either one if you like. They have all kinds of Mexican favorites there too, and I have links and I have maps and contact information for all of those restaurants over in PTL in the show notes. Speaking of atmosphere, here's a short list of date night restaurants. This is going to be short and it's going to be quick. These are all my wife's favorites, and therefore mine as well. First one is Tony's Please. Oh, first of all, we talked about Martini and Fuego, but now Tony's Please. Tony's Please is on Lázaro Cárdenas 440 in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. They've got tablecloths, they've got linen napkins, they've got chips and salsa, and my wife just loves their pepper steak and their linguine and loves Tony. And so you got to go there. It's a great little restaurant, air conditioned too, by the way. Cafe de Artistas is over on Guadalupe Sanchez, 740 in El Centro. And although the indoor part of this restaurant is beautiful and comfortable, my wife will only go to Café de Artistas during the cooler months when the garden is open. The garden space is breathtaking. She loves the roaming violinist who syncs up with a pianist inside the restaurant. And as the violinist stops, he plays at each table. It is just a beautiful and romantic little spot. And of course, the music, beautiful and romantic as well. The food is out of this world. The dishes are works of art, and they need to be photographed before you dig in. That's for sure. The desserts are special as well. And if you're going to have a birthday or an anniversary and you're going to be there to celebrate, you might do well to let them know so they could do something special for you. And they will. And my last date night is Gabby's. Gabby's is old style Vallarta. It's right next to the famous church. It's got a menu packed of traditional Mexican favorites. And they have great service. They have a well-trained staff, and Gabby's will not disappoint. And they won't break the bank either. They've got a full bar, by the way. Chef Julio does a great cooking class, which, if you haven't, you should sign up for. And that's during the days. And it's just great. Dependably good, traditional Mexican food. And yeah, it's even romantic. And I want to round off my favorite quick munchie review with a favorite restaurant, the guy who is responsible for this topic, listener Jeff from Kansas, whose favorite Vallarta eatery is Calmate in Cinco de Diciembre. It's on Calle Honduras 218. And Calmate has what I would call an imaginative menu. It's got twists on chilaquiles, they have wraps, they have bowls, they have omelets and tacos and pancakes, and they're open from 8 until 4. And Debbie and I agree with you, Jeff. It's a great spot, and I've actually added Calmate Cafe to our list. So thanks for the question, and thanks for the suggestion, Jeff. I have all of these restaurants in the show notes, the contact information, and the links to their social media. Okay, well, that's been a long show. Thanks for sticking with us. It should do it for this week. Next week, stay tuned for more on-the-ground reports from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, with travel tips, great restaurant excursion ideas, and more. But until then, remember that this is an interactive show where I depend on your questions and suggestions about everything Puerto Vallarta. If you think there's something that I should be talking about, well, kind of like Jeff did, reach out to me. Click on the Contact Us tab and send us your message. Once again, if you like this podcast, please take the time and subscribe and follow and share with a lover of Puerto Vallarta, or give me a good review wherever or however you happen to be listening to this show. That way we can tell more people about the magic of this place, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Remember, I made it easy for you to do just that with each episode I create. If you haven't been to my website, you really need to go there. Have a look. I have links to the places we talk about, interesting pictures, and more right there in my blog posts and in the show notes for each episode of the show. So check them out for sure if you haven't already. All right? Okay. Well, thanks to Gina Hendricks from Whiskey Kitchen PV, now in their new location inside the Joint Boutique Hotel in the Zona Romantica, Puerto Vallarta. Great food and drinks. And go there for sure. Visit with Gina. Thanks to Daniel Lopez and Franco at Restaurant San Lucas, my little oasis in Puerto Vallarta. You'll find out if you go there, and you will. You need to just go there. And thanks to Jose Rodriguez from Slice and Smash BV, the award-winning hamburger stand nestled between two taco stands on the streets of Puerto Vallarta. Smash burgers, fries, and pizza sitting on a stool around a burger stand in Puerto Vallarta. You can't get any better than that. And thanks to you, all of you, for listening all the way through this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. This is Barry Kessler, signing off with a wish for you all to slow down, be kind, and live the Vallarta lifestyle. Nos vemos, amigos. Noche de arrullo en el mar.
camino eterno por la playa. Me encuentro junto al río cuando todo está en calma. De pronto cae la noche, me brillas Puerto Vallarta. Samba de Puerto Vallarta.